Congratulations to all of the gold, silver and bronze award winners for this year's Ride On competition.
What if I told you that anyone, even a college dropout or struggling waiter, could build massive wealth? From David Collins turning $50 into $100,000 in investments, to Sarah Mitchell earning $5,000 a month without working extra hours. These stories prove that you can achieve financial freedom. Don't miss out on learning the strategies that made ordinary people rich. This is the formula to change your financial destiny. The ultimate wealth formula. In 2010, David Collins, a college dropout from Texas, was drowning in debt with just $50 in his bank account. He worked a minimum wage job, barely surviving. One night, frustrated with his life, he searched, "How did the rich get rich?" and discovered a simple yet powerful formula: earn, save, invest, multiply. He realized that wealth wasn't about how much you made, but how wisely you used it. David set a goal: save 30% of every paycheck, invest in stocks, and start a side hustle. He worked 12-hour shifts while learning about real estate and passive income. By 2015, he had his first $100,000 in investments. By 2022, he owned multiple rental properties, earning over $10,000 month in passive income. His secret? He treated money like a tool, not a burden. The wealthy follow this formula religiously. They earn aggressively, save consistently, invest smartly, and multiply their income streams. Want to turn pennies into prosperity? Follow the formula. Wealth is built, not wished for. Mindset shift. In 2009, Emma Roberts, a struggling waitress in New York, barely made ends meet. She believed wealth was only for the lucky or privileged. Every month she'd say, "I just need more money," but she never changed her habits. One day, she overheard a millionaire customer, Robert Hayes, say, "Money follows those who respect it." Intrigued, she asked him what he meant. He'd explained, "The difference between the rich and poor isn't just money, it's mindset. The rich see money as a tool, not a trap." Emma took his advice seriously. She started budgeting, reading books on wealth, and thinking long-term. Instead of spending her tips on shopping, she invested in stocks and online courses. She built a freelance business and by 2018 was earning six figures. The truth? The poor chase money, but the rich attract it. They see opportunities, not obstacles. They invest instead of waste. They learn instead of complain. Want break free? Change your mindset and money will follow. Mastering the money game. In 2011, Chris Anderson, a school teacher from California, realized he had been playing the money game all wrong. He worked hard, saved a little, and spent the rest, just like everyone else. But despite years of effort, he was still stuck, living paycheck to paycheck. One day, he came across a book on investing, and a single sentence changed his perspective. Saving makes you save, but investing makes you wealthy. That night, he made a decision. He wouldn't just save money, he would make his money work for him. He started by cutting unnecessary expenses and directing 40% of his income into investments. At first, it was tough, but he stuck with it. He learned about stocks, real estate, and online businesses. By 2020, he had multiple income streams, earning more from his investments than his teaching salary. The lesson? Wealth isn't just about earning, it's about managing and growing your money. The rich don't just work for money, they make money work for them. Are you playing the game wisely? From rags to riches. In 2005, Mark Lewis, a struggling janitor in Chicago, earned just $1,500 a month. Bills piled up, and debt kept him trapped in a cycle of survival. One evening, he watched an interview with a billionaire who said, "Wealth is not about luck, it's about strategy." That line changed everything. Mark decided to take control. He cut all unnecessary expenses, saved 50% of his income, and worked extra shifts. But saving alone wasn't enough. He studied wealthy people's habits and discovered three key strategies: invest early, build skills, and create multiple income streams. By 2010, he had learned digital marketing and started freelancing. By 2015, he launched his own agency, earning over $200,000 a year. Today, he owns multiple businesses and teaches others how to escape the paycheck trap. His journey proves that wealth isn't about where you start, it's about what you do next. If he could rise from nothing, why can't you? The power of passive income. In 2012, Sarah Mitchell, a single mother from Florida, worked 2 jobs, barely making ends meet. She was exhausted, missing precious moments with her son, and stuck in an endless grind. One day, she read a quote by Warren Buffett: "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." that hit her hard. Determined to change her future, she started learning about passive income. She wrote in a book, sold it online, and made her first $50 while she slept. Inspired, she invested in dividend stocks, created an online course, and bought a rental property. By 2018, she was earning over $5,000 a month without working a single extra hour. The rich don't trade time for money. They build assets that pay them forever. Whether it's real estate, stocks, digital products, or businesses, passive income is the key to financial freedom. Are you ready to stop working harder and start earning smarter? Avoid these wealth-killing mistakes that keep you poor. In 2010, Daniel Cooper, a talented software engineer from Seattle, earned $90,000 a year but had nothing to show for it. Despite his high income, he was drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck. The problem? He was making the same mistakes that keep millions of people broke. First, he spent more as he earned more, upgrading his car and apartment instead of investing. Second, he relied only on one income stream, never thinking about financial security. Third, he avoided learning about money, believing investing was too risky. By 2015, he hit rock bottom when an emergency wiped out his savings, forcing him to rethink his financial habits. Determined to break free, he cut unnecessary spending, built an emergency fund, and started investing 20% of his income. Within 5 years, he was debt-free, owned assets, and had financial peace. The truth: most people stay poor not because they don't earn enough, but because they mismanage what they earn. Are you making the same mistakes? It's time to fix them before it's too late. Your wealth-building action plan. In 2013, Anthony Brooks, a struggling delivery driver in Atlanta, was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. He had no savings, no investments, and no clear path to financial security. One day, he stumbled upon a financial seminar where the speaker broke down wealth building into a simple step-by-step plan. That moment changed his life. Anthony followed a three-phase approach. First, he controlled his spending, cutting unnecessary expenses and building an emergency fund. Second, he focused on income growth, taking online courses to improve his skills and land a higher-paying job. Finally, he invested aggressively, putting 30% of his earnings into stocks, real estate, and a side business. By 2021, Anthony had multiple income streams, owned a home, and was financially independent. His story proves that building wealth isn't about luck. It's about having a plan and sticking to it. If you're ready to change your financial future, follow the blueprint and take control today. If there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this: wealth isn't about where you start, it's about what you do next. Every financially successful person, from broke waiters to struggling employees, made one key decision: to take control of their financial future. Look back at the stories of Michael Carter, David Collins, Sarah Mitchell, and Anthony Brooks. None of them were born rich. They faced struggles, made mistakes, and hit rock bottom. But instead of staying stuck, they chose to learn, adapt, and take action. They followed a proven wealth-building blueprint: earning smarter, saving aggressively, investing wisely, and creating multiple income streams. The reality is, most people wait for the right time. But the truth is, the right time never comes. You don't need $1 million to start. You don't need to be a financial expert. You just need to make the first move. Start by saving even a small amount, learning about investing, and building a skill that increases your income. Ready to unlock even more wealth-building secrets? Don't miss our next video: 10 passive income strategies for achieving financial freedom. Hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss the tools that could change your life forever. These proven strategies will guide you to a stress-free financial future. Join us and let's start building your wealth together.